Okay, well, today is October 8th of 2024, and we're going to go and check out the shade tent. I know I look like a hot mess today. Okay, get through the booby trap, and we're going to check out the shade tent and show you what's going on. And then we're going to water the shade tent for two reasons. One, because it hasn't been watered in a while. Sorry about the light. And two, because tonight's low is said to be 48. And if it drops to 48, those of you who've been following me know that most of the shade tent is tropical. And so we can't have everything freezing. So, in order to prevent that, one, they have to be watered, and two, they have to be sprayed off quick so we're not bringing any critters inside. So, let's flip you around. Okay, here's the house plant. And I don't know if you can see right by my finger there. Yeah, there it is. There is spider webs up here. You can see them glistening. So, this guy here has to come in. He will freeze. These here are some sort of a orchid, both of them. So they'll have to come in. I'll have to figure out how to keep the cats from eating them. The rest of these trees are all my bonsais. There's the other house plant. We've got the elephant ear. He'll have to come in. I have no idea where I'm going to put him yet, because we're not prepared to bring everybody inside. This is the bonsai forest. Back there is Josephina, and you see how big she's getting. This is our white amaryllis. More bonsais. This little guy here will have to come in. That back there is a cactus, so that will actually have to come in. And then the rest of the bonsais, which this guy's getting really thick and healthy. And then that guy down there. So all of them are going to have to come in. And here's Charlie. Charlie needs some water, as you can see. But then I will keep Charlie out for a little bit. Charlie can stay out for quite a while without freezing. So we'll let him stay out here. But of course I'll have to take the tent down after a bit too. But tonight's going to drop down too cold for most of these crops. So let's go ahead and take a nice little walk over here. Basically, while I'm here, all I really got left is a bunch of the Thai basil everywhere. Thai basil everywhere. This one here is my peppermint. And then the purple tomatillos are still growing and alive. You can see they do still have a couple of tomatillos on them. I'm going to let them just keep going unless they freeze. And well, they freeze. Excuse me. So, we have to unravel the hose and drag it to the back of the house, where I can then go ahead and water the shade tent. It looks like I might have it unraveled still, so I'm hoping that it's unraveled enough that I can just yank it and it'll go to the backyard. We'll see. Because it is propped up here by this wicked, watch my head and my hands. Here, I'll show you. It's up here on the tongue of the trailer next to this wicked. And if you can see all those little pokies, this is my rose bush. There you can see them. Whew. They're wicked. And if you've ever been scratched or poked by a rose bush pricker, thorn, I guess they're called, you know it doesn't tickle. So the rose bush is pretty much on her last leg. she's looking pretty bare. She's got some real tall sprouts coming out, and then of course we got them over here. I'm gonna end up trimming those back again, bring her back down to 2 foot, and let her season for the winter. The banana tree, as you can see, is starting to get ready for winter because we have had a couple of chilly nights in the 50s, but nothing major. But it's still growing, doing well, and it will die off when the frost and the freeze comes. But today's mission is to, I think I have enough there. I'm gonna hope. But today's mission is to spray off some of the, well, I'm gonna spray all of them, but I gotta get a couple of them in the house this evening so that they don't freeze and die. Because one, if you know me, you know I don't like to have anything die. I don't even have sacrifice crops where I pluck off I don't thin my crops because I just don't like to have them killed. But we do have to spray them all off in the back. Like I said, they haven't been watered in a while. We haven't gotten rain in, I don't know, probably at least a week. And so that's not going to be enough slack. Darn it. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're going to take the hose to the back, water everything. Come on, we got to open the gate here. All right. And we got to water everything and then prep it to come in for winter and fall. Well, basically winter because fall kind of just flew by. All right. Well, while we're doing that, I'll clue you in on a couple of the other things I've been doing. One of them being that when Ben was home from work for 2 months because of his surgery, he was able to finally get up on his feet, and we went to the bookstore and got some books. Dang it, it's not gonna reach. We gotta go all the way to the back of the house on the other side. Undo the hose of here so it'll reach to the shade tent. But yeah, we went to the bookstore. What's it called? McKay's bookstore, and got some books. So I've been reading a bunch of books, and so, oh look, it looks like either berry bush or a rose bush. It does have pokers on it, if you can see them. Yep. I'll have to get that out of there. It's underneath the hose reel. We can't have that. But got a bunch of books and everything. And so I'm going to do some reviews on these books I've got. And share with you some of the interesting stuff that I've learned along the way. Okay, I'm hoping that'll be enough. So the next couple of videos will be on the different books I'm reading and what I think of them and stuff like that. Also got one of them, which is a astrology book. So I'm going to post a thing about each month of the astrology, if I can remember. You guys know me in my mind. It gets distracted by shiny things and squirrels. But anyway, so I'm going to try and post each month some information on the astrology sign for that month. That should be interesting. I read it, started reading it, and read the first astrology sign. There we go. Now it'll reach. Alright, now we gotta go back to the other side of the house and turn on the hose. By the way, you guys are seeing me struggle. We have booby traps or barricades to keep the dogs off of the neighbor's stairs and out of the backyard, because we have skunks and possums and I don't know what else, but there's critters that are in that back 40, and we can't have the dogs getting sprayed by a skunk. We live in a small trailer, and honestly, not just the fact that they don't need to be sprayed, but I don't want to smell a stinky skunk dog in the house. And here in the trailer park, you have to have your dogs on a leash or a cable and be supervised. And with it getting chilly out, girls ain't getting sprayed by no skunk, so that we can sit outside and get chilly because they ain't coming in the house. So, yeah, the struggle is real, but you figure it out as you go. So let's go spray down the shade tent, and I'll show you how I'm doing this, so that way if you have any questions, you'll just be able to see it. So, alright, got the hose stretched out, got it turned on. Now we come back through here and spray down the tent. Alrighty, now here's the lazy man's way, because this is how I do it. There you go. There's our hose. It is set on shower. And I'm literally, oh, hang on a minute. I gotta make you look at the ground, but our hose is starting to leak. So let's tighten that up a minute. Alright. Now I'm all wet. Here we go. So, it's on shower. And I'm literally just going to blow everything. You can see it all wiggling in there maybe. But I'm literally just hosing it all off. The screen here will prevent some of it from the pressure, but everything will get enough of the pressure to knock off all the spider webs and everything. Give them all a good drink, because they have not gotten a drink in, like I said, at least a week, and that was from the rainstorm. But I have not technically watered them most of the summer. So, giving everything a good watering. And that's what we're doing. Alright, let's view around here. There you go. Here you can see, like I said, hose is dripping. So now we're gonna drag it through the barricaded booby trap back to the front of the house and go turn it off. But now everything's got a good drink. Everything's been sprayed good with a good amount of pressure to knock the critters off of it. And now I'm gonna turn off the water, and then I'll reel up the hose. And the reason I'm turning the water off before I reel up the hose is for two reasons. One, you want to get some of that water out of the hose. We definitely don't need that freezing. And two, because our spigot has a bit of a leak, and so I don't leave the hose running if not necessary. because we just don't need all that water underneath the house, creating more problems. Excuse me. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. Hosed off the plants, give them all a good drink, and now we'll let them dry up a bit, and later on this afternoon or this evening, then I will start bringing them in the house one by one. I got at least, I think, 6 or 8 of them that have to come in tonight. They will not make it through that 48 temperature. So that's basically what we're doing today. And then, like I said, I will go ahead and start doing some videos on the books I'm reading. I got notes on one book that it's like a book, but it's not a book. It's a whole set. It's got cards with it, and I don't even know. I'd have to go look at it again. But I started reading that, and ends up that there it was very interesting. And so I remembered seeing another book similar to that at the bookstore. So we went back and we got that one. Actually, there was 2 or 3 more, so got a couple more books. And I've read all 3 of them, and they're basically the same exact thing. Some of them are more in depth than the others and have more detail. So I went on a huge reading binge and read all 3 of them and understand it and everything. So the last one was the most in-depth one, and I really enjoyed that. So I ended up taking a bunch of notes, and so I'll go through that too. But we'll keep this short. There you go. That is exactly how we're prepping the tropicals in the shade tent. And now you can see they're all still standing up and doing fine. They're just all sopping wet, and the cobwebs are washed off of them. So that's what we got. It's nice out today. It's not as hot as it has been. We even actually got a breeze, which is nice. I'm standing in the sun, so of course I'm sweating. But it's actually a pretty nice day today. I think the high is like 76, I think. Yesterday it was in the 80s, so. But it is close to our first frost date. Just a couple days away, so figured I better check on everything. I did check the weather and the temperatures. Like I said, it is predicted to drop down to 48. And the tropicals that I have don't really like it that cold. So that's why we're doing this today. I prepped it all, wait for it to drip dry, and then we'll bring it in and put it on the table. Ben did just order me a new shelf so that we don't have all kinds of plants on our kitchen table this year. So we'll see how all that works. But anyways, for now, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure that you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you think that this is something you're interested in. I know my channel is a scatter of everything, but that's me. Welcome to my world. So anyways, thank you for watching. Remember, you are someone. You do matter. I love you. And I'll see you on the next video. Until then, ciao now.